Well, welcome to Noel's World of Whiskey. And tonight we are going to explore a lesser known distillery. Certainly out here in North America, most people would not have heard of this distillery, Macduff Distillery. And there's not that many people even in Great Britain that know about Macduff Distillery. But we are seeing more of the Macduff bottlings. There were traditionally independent bottlers that were doing Macduff, but we're seeing actual distillery bottlings, but not under the Macduff name. It's been under the Deveron name, and in recent times they've dropped the Glen. So this distillery was designed by William Delm Evans, the same architect that designed Tullibardine. He designed Glenallachie. This other distillery, what was it? Jura. Yeah, he actually not only designed it, he actually ran Jura for a while. So we're not going to dilly-dally tonight. We're going to get into this. Why did I purchase this? It was a good price. That's the truth. So there you are, nice sturdy canister, as you can see there, and it does have the Deveron label. And previous to this, I've seen it in the liquor store under the Glen Deveron label, and they've dropped the Glen. My understanding is the only place they are using the Glen Deveron is in their travel retail spots, but you will not see Macduff on their bottlings. On the independent bottlers, yes. But yeah, nice pretty picture on the canister. I don't know if that's the coast. I think it's the coast of, because Macduff is on the coast. Well, are we ready for the pop? Do that again? Okay, the pour. And we'll bring it up. So you can see it's got a medium amber color to it. For a 40%, the legs are not bad actually. I mean, they're not fat legs, they are thinner legs, but not as watery as I thought. But anyways, there you are. See if you can see the color of the bottle there. Okay, I just had to do that. So the whiskey is 18 years old. It might be 40%, but it's still 18 years old. So we're going to let this sit and let it breathe for, 20 minutes, 20 minutes at least. And we've got a short video here for you to watch. So enjoy the video, and we'll see you when you get back. Macduff, Tormore, and Glenkeith all have the claim to be the first of the 20th century distilleries to start up in the Speyside. Macduff was founded in 1958 by Morty Dyke, George Crawford, James Stewart, and Brodie Hepburn. The distillery was built in 1960 in the coastal port of Macduff by the same name, and the first cask was filled in June 1960. Macduff Distillery was designed by William Delm Evans, who had designed and built Tullibardine, Jura, and Glenallachie. In 1972, Macduff was acquired by William Lawson Distillers, which in 1980 became part of Martina and Rossi Corporation. In 1992, Martina and Rossi were purchased by Bacardi, and they put their subsidiary John Dewar and Sons in charge of Macduff, who still run it today. They do 26 mashes a week in their 6 3/4 ton semi-loader mash tun, and their 9 stainless steel washbacks have a 55-hour fermentation time. Macduff runs 2 20,000-liter wash stills and 3 12,500-liter spirit stills, which have an unusual right-angled kink in the linarm. Another irregular design are the spirit still's horizontal shell and tube condensers. Macduff distills a soft, sweet, and fruity spirit with green apple and nutty notes. The spirit is matured in American ex-bourbon barrels and some Spanish ex-sherry butts. The bulk of Macduff whiskey is used in the William Lawson's blends and John Dewar's Scotch. An increasing amount of the Macduff whiskey is now used for the single malt market under the distillery's Deveron label. There are some independent bottlings to be had as well. Macduff may not be Dewar's prettiest distillery, but it's an efficient workhorse that produces 3.4 million liters per year with its unique design of 5 stills. Talisker is the only other distillery with that same setup of 2 wash and 3 spirit stills. Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get right into the nose. This is Macduff Distillery. It's the Deveron 18 and the nose. Right off the bat, I'm actually getting a little bit of just a whiff of smoke or wood and smoke. And a lot of fruit going on here, and some caramel. I'm going to go right back to my last video. There's pineapple happening here, berries, blackberries, vanilla, orange. I would say the milk chocolate, a wee bit of tobacco. And I'm going to go right into the palate. We're going to make this a fast one tonight, because there's lots of nose to this, by the way. It's got a good nose. So, to the palate, Solange. Got some spices, cinnamon and ginger, and maybe a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of pepper. Still got the sweetness, caramel. There's even some tartness to this. We'll go back to the berries and apples and pears. It's coating my mouth, 40% coating my mouth. Some cereal going on, biscuity. And one last thing here, I'm going to throw in some licorice. I'm going to add some red and black licorice. Because it's bouncing back and forth between red and black licorice. And it's faded away. Okay, so we're getting right into the development and the finish. Solange. Just a wee bit of cask stuff I'm getting now. Almost a Jura, a bit of a Jura taste to it. But there's some coastal stuff going on here too. A bit of saltiness to it. I mentioned I got a whiff of smoke there, and I'm actually tasting with the black licorice there. I'm tasting a wee bit of, is there a little bit of peat in this? I don't know. Finish is short. But I'm never going to get super excited with a finish on a 40. Okay, that's all there is to it. So I'm not going to get critical. You know what to expect. It's a 40. I'm going to, believe it or not, I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. I'm just curious. The nose with water. Lots of zest, fruit, the apricots, the pears, apples, berries, raspberries, maybe even some strawberry. Still getting the cinnamon, Maybe even some slight ginger in the background. Okay, nothing wrong with the nose. Let's see what it did to the palate. Cilantro with water. The spice still there, but it's more of the cooking spices I'm getting right now. Boy, I'm getting even some sweet and sour stuff going on here with the spice. So I'm going to say that for a moment there I was getting barbecue sauce with spice. The water, you've got to watch it. I'm right on a fine line between drowning and opening it up. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. So overall, it's an interesting dram. I'm going to rate this because of what I paid for it. This is one of the best priced 18-year-olds in the marketplace today in Canada, in BC. And I was not expecting anything. You know, I just bought it because it was a good deal. If I was paying what I saw some people paying online for this, I wouldn't rate it too high. But my ratings are based on price. And it's a Scotch. And it's definitely a drinkable Scotch. And is it going to be rated, you know, with, let's say, an 18 Gainston? Or maybe even an 18 Glengoyne? No. They would have to beef it up a bit. I'm going to say that it is a good value for your money. So if you can get this for 120 bucks or less in Canadian, which you can figure out your own currency, I think it's a well worth whiskey, and I would definitely give it an 83 to 84. For an 18-year-old at that price, it's almost an automatic. If I was paying more, and I saw some of the scores online, I get it. They paid a lot more than that when we look at the crossover from Canadian currency to, let's say, the British pound, American dollar. There were some ridiculous prices for this, which I wouldn't have paid. I wouldn't even have done this review, but I got a good deal on it. And this has got to be under $100 American right now. If you were purchasing this, what I'm going to pay, I think I might even get another bottle of it. It would be under $100 American for an 18-year-old nowadays. Maybe a few years back we might question. Nowadays, that's a deal. I am recommending this whiskey. 18-year-old Deveron. There's enough here to make it interesting. It's an enjoyable whiskey. So, until the next time, I'm going to ask you to drink wisely, drink intelligently, and do not drink and drive. So much.